Okay, so need to start. Where's the camera? Okay, right, go on. Okay, Assalamualaikum and good morning to student. Right. So first of all, I need to apologize to you because I have an important um, important matters that I need to attend. So I have to leave you all with video records for today's class. And apparently there will be a class, but you only need to watch the video. So again, I'm Sir Akmal, and you already know me. So let's begin with continuing our lesson today, which in the previous class we already learned about graph of trigo. It's about sine, cosine and tangent graph, and about the basic identities. The basic identities is basically the formula that we will use in the exam, which can relate with the formulas that we stated in this slide, where this is 3. So sine squared plus cos squared equal to 1 plus tangent squared equal to secant squared, and 1 plus cotangent squared equal to cosecant squared, which I already showed in the previous class how to prove it, how to use the formula, how can we implement the formula in the question given. But basically how we can use this formula in certain type of the question. So I already showed you in the previous class, and I already also teach you about how to memorize about the so, cha and toa. So cha and toa, I hope you already, what can I say, you already know, you already remember what is so is, alright, wait a second. Alright, so is particularly sine equal to opposite of hypotenuse, where the value of sine in triangle is technically sine opposite of hypotenuse, and for the cos of any angle it will be adjacent over hypotenuse on a triangle, and tangent is opposite of adjacent on the triangle. So technically we already covered this in the previous class, and this is how we use it. So for example, if you want to know what is the tangent of 45, so tangent is a toa, opposite over adjacent. So opposite of the 45, this degree is sec 2 over adjacent of this angle is this side. So I need you all to remember all this. This is important. The hypotenuse of any triangle is on this right angle. Is on this 90 degrees of the triangle. So the 90 degrees, the opposite of the triangle, the opposite of the angle is, this is called hypotenuse. So the hypotenuse on the 45 degrees is 2. So the tangent of 45 is sec 2 over sec 2, so it is equal to 1. So same case of the 30. Say if I want cos 30 degrees, so it will be cha, adjacent over hypotenuse, so it's sec 3 over 2. So we already covered that in the previous class. So I really hope you understand that clearly. Alright, so we already also covered Pythagoras Theorem. So basically how we want to find the hypotenuse of the triangle if it be given only the side of the triangle. So this is the Pythagoras Theorem is technically the basic how to find the side of the triangle. So I need you all to understand and capable to do the calculation, to use to applicate the what can I say, the formula in any question given. So class, today what one I want to teach you all is to understand and able to use the sum and different identities for the sine, cosine and tangent function. So basically what we learn about basic identities is about how this cosine and sine is related to each other. So today's lesson is about when the angle is being added for the certain graph, for certain trigonometry like sine, cosine, tangent. So what will be the calculation be? So here's some formula. Alright, for this formula, you don't need to memorize it. Don't worry, it will be given in your paper late during your exam. So the formula, I just want you all to understand how the formula be function, how the formula working, how the formula work. So sine A plus B, right? Sine A plus B is equal to sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. Alright, sine A plus B equal to sine A cos B plus cos A sine B is something like we expand the sine A plus B. We expand the sine A plus B is equal to sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. It's just so that we can know how to calculate it. For example, if A is not be given, but it only be given B, the B is for example is 60 degrees. So how we can find what is angle of A? So here's how the formula works. So we need to expand the formula, and we will substitute the angle be given in each of the parts of the formula. So the basic sine addition formula is sine A plus B and sine A minus B. So the difference in the difference both is only on sign. So the sign is follows the formula of sine is a follow on the expand form. So like sine A plus B is sine A plus cos sine A cos B plus cos A sine B, whereas sine A minus B equal to sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. It is multiply here. Sine A and cos B is multiplied, same as cos A sine B, right? So for the cosine formula, cos A plus B is equal to cos A cos B. It's a bit different with the sine formula. Cos A cos B minus sine A sine B, whereas cos A minus B is cos A cos B plus sine A sine B. So student, here's the difference. For the sine formula, the sign is same, but for the cos is different. So here's how you can understand, so you can make less mistake during the exam. Maybe when you check the formula, you see it, oh, you might misread it. So how you can understand this? For the sine formula, the sign is follow. So the sign is follow. So the sign is same. The sign is same, right? So the cosine, the sign always the cross. It's a vice versa. When the cos is plus, the expand form it will be minus. So when the cos is minus, the formula will be plus, right? Notice that. Alright, so when the sign one when the sign when you using formula sign, the sign will be same. When plus is plus, minus is minus, but for the cos it will be cross one. So when it plus, we will cross it to the negative. When the minus, it will be cross it to the positive. So I hope you can take some tips like that. Right, for tangent, it's a bit long, but I hope you can know. I will cover it. I will cover it if I have time. So here's the formula: tangent A plus B is tangent A plus tangent B overall 1 minus tangent A tangent B. Same as for the minus, the sign will be followed on the numerator, but on the denominator will be cross. So maybe, yeah, I think you can think like that. When for the tangent, the up will be followed, the bottom will be cross. How can I make it simple for you all? Alright, remember when the tangent is equal to sine over cos, right? So the sine is same, and the cross is cross, right? Cos, it will be different. So take it the tips like that. If you can follow my tips, you can follow. If you cannot, just try to understand how to use the formula better later. Alright, So the first example I will be given is sine 75. So we already from the triangle above, we already know what is the cos 30, what is the cos 60, what is sine 45, cos 45, right? So from this formula, what can we add to get 75? I mean from the 30, 60, 45, 90, 0, 180, the basic angle we already learned, right? So I taking 45 and 30. So sine 45 we already calculated in the previous slide, which is sine, right? So sine will be, so opposite any, so 45, so opposite over hypotenuse, so set 2 over 2. And then 30 if it's a sine so opposite, so 1 over 2. And the cos 30 it will be set 3 over 2. Alright, so back to the example just now. So for the sine 75, I will separate it into sine 45 plus 30. It's same. So when 45 plus 30, it will be 75 also, right? So so it will be sine 45 cos 30 plus cos 45 sine 30. So we already see the triangle. It will be set 2 over 2 multiplied by set 3 over 2 for the cos 30, okay? Cos 30 char. So adjacent over hypotenuse. So it will be set 3 over 2. And for the cos, it will be same. Because the side of the angle is already same, set 2 and set 2. So set 2 over 2. Well, sine 30 we already calculated is half. So we multiply first. Remember, is a multiply, division, addition, subtraction next. So we need to multiply first. So when you multiply, we get set 6 over 4 plus set 2 over 4. So when the denominator already same, so we just add as usual, set 6 plus set 2 over 4. This if the question requests you not using calculator, just leave it the answer this way. But if you need, if they say give the solution, then you need to press calculator and give the solution of this number, which is 0.91 if I'm not mistaken. Right, next to the cos 15. So cos 15 I taking a minus b. So in which number? Cos 45 minus 30 degree. So 45 minus 30 is already 50 degree. It's the same. So I separate the formula. It's a cos 45 cos 30. Remember, this is minus. So when the minus is cos, it's cos the sine. So it will be plus sine 45 sine 30. So just now we already calculate what is cos 45 is set 2 over 2. We already know also the cos 30 is set 3 over 2. And so on. The sine 45 is set 2 over 2 and sine 30 is we have half. Right? Right. So we multiply it first as usual. So it will be set 6 over 4 plus set 2 over 4, and this will be the denominator also same, so it will be same, 6 plus set 2 over 4. Right. This is another example. Right. 105 we can do a lot of number. I mean around that 60, 45, 30, 90 we can do a lot of number with this. So we can do any addition, any subtraction we can do. So for this example, I choose only this one first. So sine 45 plus 60 is same. The procedure, we need to expand the formula. So the expand will be sine 45 cos 60 degree plus cos 45 sine 60 degree. So we already calculate 30, but we don't see the 60 yet, right? Alright, so we back to the triangle. Alright, that's 60. So for the So of the 60, sine 60 will be so opposite. Opposite will be sec 3 over 2. The hypotenuse is 2. Right, so the adjacent will be 1 over 2 because char adjacent, right? So adjacent 1 over 2. So we're back to the example just now. Right, so sine 45 is same 1 over sec 2. Sine 45 sec 1 over 2. Oh yeah. Alright, 1 over sec 2. Alright. This I will explain in later in the next class. I will show you why it will be 1 over sec 2. So 1 over sec 2 times by 1 over 2 plus 1 over sec 2 multiplied by sec 3 over 2. So we will get the denominator will be multiplied normally. So this 2 sec 2, and then when this number y I multiply with sec 2 over sec 2, when sec 2 by multiply by sec 2, the sec will be cancelled and we will only left 2. So 2 multiplied by 2, it will become 4. So it's just the same. And for this sec 2 multiplied by sec 3, only the number inside of the sec will be multiplied. So 2 times 3 will be sec 6. Right, the sec is not disappear. It's only like the number inside the set will be combined if the set is same. A base 2, base 3, power root of 3. So I hope you can get the example I be given. Alright, the next example that using the same angle 105 degree, it will be using the sine and plus. So just now we using plus with 45 degree and 60, but now I'm using the sine 90 degrees plus 15 degrees. Alright, when we using calculator, sine 90 we will get only 1, right? Sine 90 we get 1, and cos 15 we already calculated, it will be the sec 6 plus sec 2 over 4. Alright, cos 90 we already know we will be 0. Right, we calculate. We don't need to calculate in calculator. We already learn about the graph of the sine and cosine, right? So if you remember the form of the sine graph, if starting from 0, and the 0 will be on the 180 and 360. So when the wave is started to the 1 on the 90 and the negative 1 on 270 degrees. Right, same to the cosine, it will start from 1 on 0 degree and it will be negative 1 on 180 degrees. So it will cross on 90 degrees, it will be end up 0. Right, I hope you remember about that. And the sine 15 we already calculated the same. We not calculated it. I calculated alone, so it will be sec 6 minus sec 2 over 4. Right, so when we multiply the 0 with this number, it will end up 0. So what we only left with sec 6 plus sec 2 over 4. Alright, so here's my question for you to guess. Just I taking 2 minutes in the video. Why the solution is same? Try to figure it out. And I just clicking my finger. Right, so the solution is same. Why? Is the angle is different, 105, 75, 50 degree. The same is 5 in the back, but the angle will be like here's around 70, here's around 10, here's around 100. Alright, why the solution is same? Here's why. Right, we already know the triangle. So the triangle will be, if for example the total angle of triangle is 90, okay, the total angle of the side is 90, so the overall angle of triangle is 180. So when 180, this already 90, So what we already left 90. So when 90 minus with 75, we only end up 15. So when 15, the sine of the 75 is the opposite of a over h, hypotenuse. And same to the cos 15, it will be adjacent of hypotenuse. So the adjacent of 15 degrees is a, the side of it, and over hypotenuse. Right. So here's another thing I want to teach you today. So it's about complementary angle. So complementary angle is technically, alright, let's say I want to ask about what is the cos of 75. So when I say cos of 75, you can also say that it's a sine 75. When I say the cos 75, it will be sine 15. I'm sorry, I made a mistake over here. So if it cos 75 degree is similar to the sine cos 75, it will similar to sine 15 degrees, right? So if I say it cos 60 degree, it's also similar to the 30 degrees. Cos 60 is equal to sine 30 degrees, right? So if it's cos 45 degree, it is same with sine 45 degree, something like that. So if I say that sine 10 degree, it will be same with cos 80 degree. So why is it? Because if I say cos any angle, say like 50, if I say the cos 50 degree, so here it will equal sine, which this 90 degrees will be minus with the angle that we stated here. Say you say cos 50 degree, so here 90 minus 50 is 40 degree. So cos 50 degree is equal to sine 40 degree. So if you say 30 degrees cos 30 degree, it will be sine 60 degree. If you say that cos 80 degree, it will be equal to sine 10 degree. So something like that. So similar to the cos. If you say this sine 10 degree, it will be cos 80 degree. Where this angle will be minus with 90. 90 minus with the angle will be stated. So what can I say that? There's one rule if you want to use complementary angle, right? And I need you to understand this clearly. The complementary angle only can be used I said it only can be used for the angle only between 0 until 90 degrees for that particular situation. Alright, so that particular situation only can be used from 0 until 90 degrees only. I hope I make it clear, because this is crucial, because somehow maybe you make 90 minus, I don't know, 110 degrees, it will be negative angle, right? So for that particular situation, it will be negative. So I not teach you yet the negative angle, so I put aside that everything that above 90 degrees will be covered in the next class, so we can wait on that. But for this particular situation, only 0 degree until 90 degrees only covered. Alright, this is an example of your previous senior test question. So the question is sine a minus b plus sine a plus b over 2 cos a cos b is equal to tangent a. So the question is about to prove this function is equal to tangent a, right? So how you can use it? So you see sine a minus b is a additional formula, so you can use sine formula, which you expand it into sine a cos b, and it is sine, so you sine is follow it, so you minus cos a sine b plus this, and you expand this also, so sine a cos b plus cos a sine b over, take it all back, 2 cos A cos B equal to tangent A. So when you see this, just expand the plus into this bracket normally. So when the plus multiplied by plus is plus, so plus by multiplied plus is plus. So and then in front here there's nothing, so it's positive. So positive by multiplied by positive is a positive, and positive multiplied by a negative is it will be negative. So negative, it will be plus with positive, and it's the same, no coefficient, so it will be 0. So cos A sin B, we can cancel it, so left only sin A cos B plus sin A cos B, so the same, and it will be 2 sin A cos B over 2 cos A cos B. 2 cos A cos B, don't be forget. Right, so after that, so you see any similar element for 2, we can cross it, 2 will cross, gone, and cos B and cos B, so we cross the cos B, so we only left sin A over cos A. So in the previous class I already said tangent is equal to sin A over cos A. So tangent theta equal to sin theta over cos theta. Alright, so wait, what time now? What time is it right now? Okay, so I got another 5 minutes. Alright, so for now that's only the video for today. So if you have any question, you can jot down and prepare for the next class. For some reason I cannot respond any question from you today, so good news for you all, today's no homeworks for you. So I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll continue our lesson also. So take care guys, thank you.